badass storm right here. That thing is big. The size of that eye is unbelievable right now. It's pushing 200, believe it or not. It was 175 at 1 o'clock. That was 5 hours ago. It was the last update almost. It's at 190. The eye wall's only gotten bigger and stronger. See that dark going around it? That's even stronger intensification. This thing could be a 200-mile-an-hour storm right this minute. That eye is unbelievable. It's really one of the most powerful storms we've ever seen in this area this late in the year. And it's going straight for Tampa, it looks like. And even if it goes from the last report was 175, even if it gets down to 135, 130, it's too late. The storm surge from this is going to be incredible. And the wind damage is going to be incredible. And there's going to be a lot of rain, and it's moving real slow right now. Real slow. Too slow. And it's just too big. And it's just too big. It's too big and too slow, and it's wobbling. It's going to wobble a lot. But it's going to stay off of Cancun, and it's going to wobble a lot until it actually reaches landfall. And it's at the last 6 hours before it goes to hit land, it's going to jog either up the coast north, or it might. A lot of times when these things start to go towards the west coast of Florida, about the last 50, 60, 70 miles before they hit the shoreline, they jog due southeast. And that changes the location of where it's going to land. So this eye wall, when it gets up towards Tampa, it may jog southeast for 6-10 hours. And that could change a lot of things for a lot of people. I've seen it happen a lot. And most storms in the Bayside, they usually jog one way or the other before they hit the shoreline. They do a really sharp turn off their direction. And I believe at the last 10 hours of this storm's life, it's going to make a drastic shift southeast before it hits land over here in Florida. That's just my prediction. That usually they're right when they're going in, they go boom, and they go down like that at the last minute. But they're showing it, gradually going up that way, but not much. But right before landfall, it could jog southeast. Wobbles are unpredictable. Everyone should be getting ready now. If you're on the west coast of Florida, you need to get out of there and evacuate, get inland before this thing hits Wednesday. Lots of storm surge already ahead of this thing. You better have your boats already in. Nobody should be out in the water right now. Nobody should need to get rescued by the Coast Guard. Nobody. Nobody should be out in the Gulf of Mexico. But there's going to be some homeless drunk guy living on a small boat in denial, doing his stupid best to get unhooked and get caught up in a storm. So the Coast Guard's got to go out and make a major drastic rescue. It's always some drunk guy in a little sailboat and a dog every time. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them. Really. They're self-inflicted wound. These people in Florida that are living on boats, they need to get a life. They don't need to be putting good people in harm's way when they're just a bunch of drunks living on a boat and they decide, I'm going to ride out the storm. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Man, you need to take your dog and get off your sailboat right now, dude. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, dude. You get off your sailboat right now, and you can hear me. If you're living on a sailboat and you're broke and you're basically homeless living on a boat, okay, take you and your dog, go inland and go to a Red Cross shelter. Go to wherever the hurricane bunkers are. Go get some free food. Sober up. I know you don't want to go because you got to sober up. Can't bring alcohol and drugs in. That's the problem with these guys. These people don't want to go get shelter. That's the problem in Florida. So what are you going to do? Anyways, I could be totally wrong, but that's just my observation.